Well, it's a couple days out from Rift Rivals. I'm at the Smoothie Bar at Riot to interview some of the pros ahead of the games. Joined right now by Broxah, with coverage brought to you by Alienware. So first off, Broxah, we were just talking. You got in late last night, but you're awake now. How are you holding up?
I'm doing pretty well for the time being. It was a little bit tricky trying to get some sleep tonight after a long day of traveling. And yeah, then I just gave up at 6 and actually got up. So I've been up early, and for the time being it's fine. But I know that once I've eaten dinner and it gets a bit later, it's gonna be hard to hold up.
You'll be getting up early, I guess, this week. I assume you're going to try to stay as close as you can to the European schedule, so you don't have jet lag going back.
Yeah, I think I just need to try sort of a middle ground. So like trying to adjust a little bit, but still not too much, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, are you excited about Rift Rivals?
I am pretty excited about Rift Rivals, yeah. Like the main downside of the event for me is just the traveling, right? Because we're traveling really far just to be here for like a few days. So that's the only downside. But when it comes to the games, it's really exciting. And for me, it's much more exciting than last year because now we're playing all the three biggest NA orgs and it's all the three biggest EU orgs being here. So yeah, just matching up against TL, TSM, and C9 is going to be pretty cool.
Do you feel that for you, like, does it drive you at all, or is this because a lot of times pro players are like about Rift Rivals, but are you like, okay, this is actually for real this time?
I feel a bit mixed about it. Like when I'm going on stage, I want to win. I don't want to lose to NA teams, right? I want to smash them and show that EU is better. But at the same time, it's obviously a bit different in the sense that there's nothing online really. We don't win anything, we don't lose anything regarding like no matter the results. So we're just playing for honor, I feel like. So for me, the most exciting thing is just to see how good we are compared to NA, and yeah, just playing all these teams in some relatively hype matches is going to be pretty cool.
I was just talking to Reckless, who was saying that some of the NA teams are not willing to scrim the European teams. Is that frustrating for you? Because I always thought that one of the appeals of going to go to Rift Rivals is you get to scrim some of the other top teams and maybe bring something back that's special to your region.
Yeah. I don't really know why it's difficult to get NA scrims, honestly. I know at least last year one of the cool parts about going here was, of course, playing on stage, but also getting to scrim the NA teams because the metas are always different between the regions, right? And yeah, just getting to learn a bit extra in that regard. But this time around, for some reason, apparently many of the teams don't want to scrim us, which is a bit silly, going across the globe to scrim EU teams. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Are you willing to scrim other NA teams outside like the Rift Rivals group? Because we've got some decent ones. I know, it's maybe not up to your top tier standards, but they're not bad.
Well, I think there would be a few options to consider outside the Rift Rival group. Again, when it comes to the scrim booking and all, I don't really have the power, but I would personally prefer to scrim some sort of NA team at the very least, because we're going to play Origin and G2 a lot this split anyways. We're going to have so many games against them, but it's rare that we get the chance to play these NA teams, right?
One of the funny things I was just, I interviewed Reckless, and Reckless was saying, I asked him, did you use ProView at all to look at any of the North American players? He said that you guys didn't get codes to look at North America, only Europe. Yeah. And then I interviewed Zazel and Sneaky, who said that they got codes to watch both regions. Oh. So are you, one, have you paid the extra to watch North America? Do you even care about that? And two, are you like, what the hell, why do they have codes and we don't?
Honestly, I have barely used ProWatch personally. I've used it a little bit to scout here and there, to look at a few junglers and see how they path and how they play. But I've mostly just been looking at the actual stream and looking at the bigger picture, right? I think eventually for me it's going to be a bit of a transition moving over to ProView more, because I think there's a lot to gain from that. Watching an actual POV stream is pretty sick. But for the time being, I haven't used it that much. And again, why exactly we're not getting a ProView for NA, I don't know. It's pretty funny though that NA gets for EU and not the other way around. I guess the NA people, the Riot NA people figured that there's a lot to learn from EU. So better give them some codes really fast.
Yes, exactly. that must be it. I mean, the thing I pointed out to Reckless is I'm pretty sure for like 5 or 10 euros you can upgrade yours so that you can also watch North America, but you guys aren't doing that.
No, I mean, again, I don't think I'm gonna be using ProView too much outside of potentially scouting some of the junglers I'm going up against, and since I'm not going up against any of the NA junglers, I don't really see the point.
I mean, you're going up against them here, right?
Yeah, I'm going up against them here for this event, so maybe that would be exciting, but at the same time, I don't know. For me personally, it's still a bit weird getting used to ProView because during the past many years, whenever I've been doing my preparation going into games, I've just been looking at the screen and just mainly paying attention to the minimap, right? So yeah, it's a bit of a weird transition over, and for the time being, I feel like doing that is still more than good enough.
What? Excuse me. How do you feel the Rift Rivals tournament is going to go for NA and EU?
I don't know. I feel like it's always so hard to say honestly where the teams are gonna be compared to each other in terms of skill level. I would assume that EU has a bit of an edge, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually ends up being close.
Do you think that North America playing at the North American studio will give them an advantage? I mean, you guys won last year, I think, so.
I don't think it really matters, honestly. I think the only downside in that regard is that most EU teams are gonna struggle with jet lag the first few days, but we are getting like 2-3 days to settle before playing, so hopefully that problem is gone by the time we're actually playing the games. But other than that, I don't think it makes a difference, no.
Do you have plans to go out and do anything in LA in the evenings? Or, I mean, I know you said you're going to try to go to sleep early, but are you going to try to do anything?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to get some chances either in the morning or in the evenings, at least a couple of times to meet up with people. I have a couple of friends living here in LA right now. One being Niski, and I've talked to Centurion as well. Been talking to Coops, my old coach, and yeah, I have a couple of people that I hope I get the chance to meet. How much free time I'm gonna have exactly is a bit hard to say. Obviously, in a way, it is a bit of a for fun event, but at the same time, we're still taking it serious and still need to play some League of Legends. So I have some hopes of getting to meet a couple of people here and there, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, we will see for sure. Anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Well, I would like to say thank you for supporting us as always. I hope you guys are going to continue supporting us here at Rift Rivals and giving us that extra energy, which will be very necessary to take down the strong NA teams.
Hey, that's a great way to end this interview. Thank you so much. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Hey, thanks so much for watching that interview. I really enjoyed producing it. Man, it just makes me so happy when you watch these outros because it's not just good for me, it's also good for you because you find out about the live Hotline League that I'm doing for Rift Rivals. Sam, do you want to go to Apple Pan with me and Julie? Kobe, we're figuring out if Kobe's going to go to Apple Pan with us. Anyway, Hotline League Live this Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific, and it's going to be awesome. Please check it out. It's going to be on my channel. It'll be on the Alienware channel. If you're in LA, check out the Alienware Twitter account. It'll be fantastic, and hopefully Kobe gets dinner with us.